Okay, there we go. That's Brother Blunt. What are your thoughts on this weekend? This is something I know you're passionate about and love seeing this thing grow as how it has.
All right, Brother Jason, really it started out in my living room about 7 years ago. Just developed into this. And I handed it over to some of my younger brothers this year, and it's fantastic. I can sum everything up by saying one thing. Year before last, some undergrads came to me after the session. They said, Brother Blunt, I've been in the frat 2 years. This is the first time I feel a part of the frat as opposed to apart from the frat. They said we learned some history. The old heads embraced us. They gave us information. Nobody was going to take our shirts off. Nobody was tossing us. You told us the difference between what's real and what's Betty. And that's how it is. Brothers came from as far away as Baltimore. Chapter brothers came from Austin, Texas, Georgia. They come here for the camaraderie, not for the party, not for the set out, uh, not for anything that's going to ingratiate themselves. They come to sit with brothers from around the country to learn the history of Omega Psi Phi and fraternize. I think the younger brothers did a fantastic job this year. We have to reach out to a lot of undergrads. So to sum it up with a big tight bow, this is a great success. Friendship is essential to the soul.
And what was your thinking 7 years ago? Did you imagine it would get like this?
I did not. I was concerned because after the moratorium, the slamming, the wrecking, and when I was made, we couldn't wait to go out and go to other chapters and road trip and be embraced. I found that after the moratorium, brothers were afraid to go out because they were going to get slammed and wrecked. And I'm like, man, that doesn't make any sense. That's antithetical to what we're doing here. So I decided to just have them come by my house and tell them real history. What's real history versus bogus history? I initially set out to kind of eradicate Betty, but it's so deeply inculcated in us, you can't. All I can do is make them realize what's Betty and what's not. And if they choose to continue messing around with Betty, then that's on them. But I did not envision it to be this powerful and brothers to be this receptive. That just lets you know how hungry brothers are.
And this now that I know, talked to Brother Morrell, he said now you got other districts, other parts of the country who want to duplicate this.
That is correct. The Grand Counselor Osimitha comes every year. He's not here this year because they're in Mississippi with the Grand Bosses Ricky at a counselor seminar. But him and Andy Ray have come to me personally in the committee and said they're going to do what they can to get this part of a national program. We could train people in each particular district to do this. You can't do it in an hour or 2 hours. You can't do it. So we are trying to find some way to get on each district a program. Maybe Thursday when the golfers are golfing, we got 4 or 5 hours on a Thursday. Maybe do something on a Saturday. But if you think about it, my daddy used to tell me that a man is not truly dead till his deeds are forgotten. And if our history is distorted and misrepresented, then they'll forget why the founders even established the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. We're going out talking about crazy stuff. Brothers ask you stuff that has nothing to do with the Omega Psi Phi fraternity at all. And when I came through, we were asked what can we bring to the fraternity. You talk to brothers now, they want to know what can I get from the fraternity. And that in my mind was a driving force behind setting these history sessions up so brothers could see how our founders, what icons they were. The men they brought in were all icons as well, men of like ideals and attainment. And I think we've kind of gotten away from that. What the fraternity offer me? What y'all doing? Brother, it's not about what we doing, it's what you bringing.
Yeah, one final thing, just can you explain why we chose the names after the weekend to Charles Peevy?
Oh, well, I came up with the name. Peevy was just a brother's brother. You know, we named the Eli after Lou Sears when Lou Sears went down. Peevy is just was a friend to us all. If you knew him,